Hello, everybody. Today I'm doing a screencast, but there's two reasons for it. The first one is to give me a bit of a test of a new microphone that I've purchased for my home computer. I grabbed a Yeti Blue from the company Blue off Amazon, and it just arrived in the post today, so I've just quickly set it up and got it working. But there's a few settings that I'm probably going to have to tweak to get the best possible sound out of it. I'm no audiophile, so I'm going to be learning as I go along. But I thought I'd use this test today just to do a little screencast, just to give you a little tip on using Google Plus and getting the best out of Google Plus. Now, one of the hardest things when you use a service like Google Plus is you're not always able to be sitting online reading posts as they appear. You know, we've all got jobs to do and things. And sometimes you will be scrolling through and you'll pick up on a post or someone sharing a really interesting article and you go, oh, I must read that. But then when you come back to it later, of course, Google Plus has moved on and the post is nowhere to be found. It's somewhere way down in the system. So here's a way that you can get around that and save posts for future reading, and particularly those that might be attached or have articles attached to them. So what we've got to do first is Google Plus is made up of circles. We can create circles and we can add people to circles. They're like groups, in other words, and so we can share things either publicly or with groups of people, and we can lump them into circles and call those circles whatever we want. But in this case, we're going to create a circle just for ourselves. So we've got to go down to people. It used to be called circles in the early days, but it's now called people. So we click on people. We go up here to your circles. Now, if you haven't, I've got quite a few circles. You may not have anywhere near this number. But if you come across here, you'll see this is where you can create a new circle. So we'll click on that and it asks you to name it. So we'll just name it Bookmark, just for the hell of it. Bookmark. And in this case, in normal circle cases, you would then maybe add people to the circle. But we don't want to add anyone else to this circle. This is just a circle for our reference purposes. So we're going to create an empty circle. And there we have it. We've created bookmarks down there. Now we go straight back to the home screen. And you can just leave that circle there the way it is. Now, imagine that it might be several days later or several hours later and you're scrolling through and you find a post, and here's one here, the future of intelligence, and it's probably a long post that might take a bit of reading. I don't have time to read it just at the moment, but I don't want it to disappear. So under normal circumstances, I could click the share button, and I would, under normal circumstances, share that with either one of my circles or share it with everybody as a public. This time round, it's just really for my reference. I want to read this article later. So I click share. Now, if I want to also share this publicly, I can. So, I can, but in this case, I won't. So I'll click off the public. I'll click on here again, and we'll scroll down until we find our bookmarks. And you can see there's nobody in bookmarks. There's no one in that bookmark circle. So I click bookmarks. Now again, if I wanted to share it with another circle, if I decided that maybe some of my friends would like to also read it, I can share it with other circles or individuals. I can even add a comment at the top. But now, in this case, we'll just share it. So click share, and it's shared. Now, imagine, if you will, that you've gone away, you've done something else, and you've come back and, the stream of consciousness, the Google Plus stream, has flowed on yet again, and of course your post's not there. So you go to the More button at the top. By default, generally it's set to all, which means show all posts. But this time I only want to show posts that are in my bookmarks group, bookmarks circle. And here it is down here, bookmark circle. Open that, and there you have it. There's that post that I shared with bookmarks. No one else can see it as such, but it's a great circle to create so that you can store posts that you want to either refer to later, read later, whatever you want to do, and you haven't got it lost. And so the bookmark remains. So you can call it whatever you like. I've called it bookmarks. But that's it. So as you go along reading posts, if you want to keep it for future references, make sure you save it to whatever that folder you've called bookmarks. To get back, just click all, and that will take you back to your main stream. So there you have it. This is sort of a way, like in a web browser where you bookmark a web link and you go back to that site later on. This is bookmarking posts for future reference. So I hope that that helps you in getting some more out of Google+.